Heyo, welcome back to my channel guys, and today I'm going to talk to you about my 30-day journey from being a skinny guy to a relatively fit guy. Now, I will not call myself the most fittest person out there, but first of all, I just want to say that we all should be comfortable in our own skin and the own weight that we have. However, I realized that because of my work and my lifestyle, it was a very busy lifestyle and it was a very hectic work, I was not eating properly and I was losing a ton of weight. So much so that I had dropped below 60 kgs, which for a 5 foot 6 inch guy like me, it is not healthy. Now, before we get started, let me just be very clear. I am not claiming to be a fitness guru or a fitness expert or anything. I have not studied fitness, wellness in college. I just want to say that finding comfort and confidence in your own body and in your own skin is something that I advocate for and I would stand by regardless of the weight or anything. Now, having said, I know I was losing a ton of weight and I was not having the most healthiest lifestyle out there. So I decided to take things in my own hands and do something about it. So in this video, I am going to share with you 3 practical tips from my case study of how I went from around 58 kgs to which was my starting weight to the weight that I am in right now, which you'll see at the end of the video, and how I am happy in the way I am with the way I am. I mean, I'm not the most shredded or the most jacked guy out there, and it's completely okay. You don't have to be that way. It's such a very high example to set, having six-pack abs and shredded body and toned calves and thighs, etc. It's okay. You just have to be comfortable and healthy enough in your own skin and just be able to carry yourself well regardless of the weight that you have. Now, before we get started, I would sincerely appreciate, guys, if you subscribe to my channel and like my video. If you find this video helpful, it will mean the world to me. All right, let's get started with the 3 tips. Starting with tip number 1, you have to eat right. Yes, guys, it's that simple. Just eat the right food. Have a balance of fat, carbs and proteins in your diet. Now, what mistake that I did initially starting out was, for the first 1 week I was doing intermittent fasting, which was like a 16 hours and 8 hours. I would fast for a 16-hour window and I would eat food within an 8-hour window, which I realized after a week was not healthy for me and I was again losing weight. So I decided to switch things up. While I'll talk about the importance of exercising later, I feel that diet and eating healthy contributes to 95% of whatever it is, the goal that that you're trying to achieve, which is weight loss in this case. So eating right is extremely efficient. Now, we have to make sure that you include a lot of nutrients dense food in your meals. For instance, you have to include lean protein like chicken, like fish, and you have to include complex carbs like brown rice, like sweet potatoes in your diet, and you have to also include healthy fats like avocados and nuts. I personally have made sure that I have avocado at least 3 or 4 times in the morning for breakfast, apart from oats and nuts. I also make sure that I make myself a very, very healthy berry smoothie for my morning breakfast. And if you want to know the recipe of the berry smoothie, you can comment down below and I'll reply to your message. Also, guys, don't forget, you have to hydrate well. Water is extremely important and you have to avoid processed food as much as possible. So guys, if you're like a working professional like I am, I would suggest you plan your meals ahead of time and try to stick to a very consistent eating schedule. All right, so time for tip number 2. Tip number 2 is exercise regularly and properly. Again, tip number 1, eat healthy. Tip number 2, exercise regularly and properly. So exercise is crucial. Now, why I say this is, it's just not any exercise. I would suggest consistency and form is extremely important. So when I started my journey, I made sure that I incorporated a mix of strength training and cardio into my routine. So while I was lifting a lot of weights, using body weight exercises, etc., which is of course vital for building your muscle mass, I was also invested in a lot of cardio activities. So for instance, I was playing squash. I was going out and cycling almost every day, which was my own share of cardio. So this will help your body and this help my body to not only gain weight appropriately by building muscle mass, but also will help you shape and define your body. So this is really efficient, guys. This trick really helped me. So I focused on compound movements like squats, deadlifts and bench presses, which worked out for me. And I also spaced out my workout in a way that I dedicate at least one day to one body part essentially. In addition to my strength training, I also included cardio in keeping my heart healthy. Like I said, I didn't really participate in running marathons or per se, but I did a lot of walking. So after I came back from work every evening, I used to walk. I also had enrolled for dance classes, which was, I know, twice a week, but it's a very good form of cardio, and plus you enjoy dancing a lot. But remember, guys, the best exercise plan is something that you can keep up and something that you can maintain consistently. Oh my God, something's wrong with me. So yeah, guys, but also try to give yourself enough time for rest and recovery, which is my tip number 3 for you, is rest and recovery. So one of the most overlooked aspects of fitness is rest and recovery. When you're exercising, you're essentially breaking down your muscle fibers, and it is during that rest phase your body repairs and grows stronger. So for instance, sleep. When you sleep, your body is repairing its muscle. So ensure you're getting at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night, and I cannot emphasize on sleep enough, guys. Lack of sleep will definitely hinder your muscle recovery, and it'll affect your day-to-day work performance as well. Now, apart from sleep, you have to also incorporate a lot of rest days in your workout routine. I'm not saying go all out and be like a heavy lifter like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Please do not. But give yourself time. Take it at your own pace. You should not be completely inactive. That's not what I'm trying to say. But try to have like very light days of activities when you're on your rest day. Maybe go out for a brisk walk. Maybe go out for a casual cycling. Maybe you can go for a swim, etc., etc. I'm saying that give your body enough time to build muscle and give your body enough time to recover from all the workouts, so that it breaks down and builds muscle again. Now, these were my 3 important tips, guys. Now, if you remember at the start of the video, I showed you a clip of me being around 58.2 kilograms. I followed these 3 tips diligently. I was working out properly. I was eating healthy food. I had a mix of protein, carbs, essential fats, etc. in my diet, and I was also engaged in a lot of rest and recovery. And after a period of 4 weeks, I have my results. I started with around 58.2 kilograms and I reached around 60.9 kilograms, as you can see in this video. Now, again, I did not follow any dietitian. I didn't follow any diet plan. I used something that worked for me. Intermittent fasting didn't work for me because I was of course trying to gain some muscle. I was not trying to lose weight. But you guys have to figure out what works for you. But you have to incorporate these 3 tips essentially when you work out, guys. When you are trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to build muscle, or if you're trying to lose weight. These tips are extremely essential and extremely important if you want to have a regiment like I did. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe, please like the video and share this video with others so that they also learn from something that I did. Again, if you have any questions, you can write down below as well, apart from the other diet related questions you have. And like always, stay healthy and stay fit. Thank you for watching, guys. Cheers.